Good morning, everybody. How are you? Monday, January 12th. It is 7:37 a.m. and we are live on Facebook. If you're watching somewhere else at some other time, then feel free to hang out. I just won't be able to respond to you directly as we get the studio schmutz on the face. Off we go. For those just sort of clicking back into our lives, the current strategy is I'm going live at some point between 7 and 8, and I'm just bouncing around to different social media platforms each day. So we're on Facebook today. Tomorrow will be TikTok. I screwed that up last week. Tuesday, TikTok. Alliteration, and we love it. But this morning we're on Facebook. Hey, everybody. Terry is here. Steph is here. Hi, everybody. What's going on? How are things? How was the weekend? We spelunked yesterday. It was great. At Ohio Caverns. Terry, thank you for asking. I'm great. I didn't sleep great last night. You know what I mean? You ever have one of those nights where you just didn't sleep great? I didn't sleep great, but all things considered for a Monday, you know, we're doing okay. Anita. Steph with a good morning. I could drawn out good morning. Anne is apparently among us. Hello, Anne. Dick, good morning. What's happening? Marie, I hope you have a wonderful day. Is Christina here? Or are we shouting out to Christina through the wilderness? And perhaps that's what we were doing with Anne as well. I don't know. Like, I can't tell if you guys are tagging people when you mention their names. When you say their names. Michelle, it's your birthday. We all have to sing to Michelle now. So, Michelle, you will only, unfortunately for you, be able to hear me, but just know that everyone who is watching right now, Michelle is singing. You ready? We're going to sing to Michelle on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Judy, good morning. It is a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. Let's go out and get it. Lenora and Florence. You are tagging people, Terry. That's what I thought maybe was happening, but I wasn't sure. Heather also had a tough time sleeping. I think for me, what happens sometimes for me, especially on Sunday nights, is I kind of get into for lack of a better way to put it, a regular human being's sleep pattern for a couple of days on the weekend, and then I've got to snap back into the work week reality, which is for me a little funkalicious, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shouting out the POJB. Do it, Steph. Diana, hello. Kathy in Palmdale, California. Where is Palmdale, Kathy? I don't know where Palmdale is out there. I've been spending more time in California because of my daughter being out there for school, but I don't recognize Palmdale. California is, after all, a very big state. So Terry, you're never really sleeping that much, huh? Sorry to hear it. That's tough. That's tough. Jim, by the way, I appreciate a good howdy. Just throwing that out there. Howdy has a certain something. You know how howdy feels? Aw, Melanie, that's very sweet. You all are my sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Glad to be here. Bonnie, glad to have you. And Bonnie, one of the reasons you haven't seen them in a while is I haven't done them in a while. Things down here were kind of busy and responsibilities were kind of different, and it was getting so hard to reach people. Nobody was getting alerts, and I thought, this is difficult in terms of both timing and capability of reaching folks to have a conversation with. But I decided in the new year, I was going to try again, and so here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. Oh goodness, I don't know who is fashioning all of the hearts over there, but I love it. I love a good floating heart emoji thingy. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like I'm playing Legend of Zelda, and I'm at the lake that gives you the healing. You know the healing? You know the healing lake? Anybody? Anybody Zelda? Like way back Zelda? I haven't played as many of the current Zeldas. You know what I mean? Where it looks really real. What is something? Michelle says, what is something fun I could go do today? Michelle, are you in the greater Cincinnati area? That will help to narrow me down. Well, Dick, it's very nice of you to touch base before you get out and start your day. And I hope it's a great day, my friend. I hope it's a great day. I do. Now we all have to come up with something for Michelle to do. It is her birthday after all. Zelda was great. Many different early Zelda incarnations. Just fantastic. Kathy says, I love Zelda. I've been playing it for 40 years. So you, Kathy, you've probably played many iterations of it. Go back to the original, on the original Nintendo Entertainment System with the gold cartridge. Remember the gold cartridge? Fantastic. Used to love playing Wind Waker. That was one of the Zeldas with my boys and with my oldest daughter. I don't think the youngest was around when Wind Waker came out. I can remember playing that for hours with them down in the basement of our first house. Good memories, good times, I tell you. Hello, Anita. You're in Ripley. You're in Ripley. Okay. So, many opportunities for you in Ripley. Fun things you could do. You could get you across the river and have fun in Augusta, Kentucky. You could go to the Rosemary Clooney house. And I'm saying all this without having checked the hours, right? Like I don't know what the hours are, but just know this. Arcades are always fun. You could zip to Maysville. I believe Deshays now serves the original recipe for the transparent pies or transparent puddings, if you prefer. Get you a transparent pudding at Deshays in Maysville, Michelle. That's an option for you as you look for a way to structure your birthday. Just got to share. What do you got to share, Tina? I'm going to Japan to visit my granddaughter and daughter. I'm super excited. Well, I'm super excited for you. Son-in-law's in the Navy. God bless him for his service and stay safe. Happy Monday, Bob. Love Dance Friday. I'm in Highland County. Can we just take a second? Can we just take a second and celebrate? Not my Dance Party Friday, but rather the release of a new single by Bruno Mars. It's just happy, and it makes me want to dance. And I saw, it was so funny. Not funny, haha, more like funny, like, really? A lot of people over the weekend were trying to say, well, it sounds like other Bruno Mars songs. Yeah. And they're great. And they make me happy. So, what's the problem? Jimmy! Hey, buddy! What's up? Yeah, let that coffee do its work. Yeah, make it happen. Let it flow freely through your system. And soon you will be with us. You will experience full consciousness. And you've got that going for you, which is nice. Michelle, you were born in Maysville, and I just suggested you do things in Maysville? Amazing. Amazing. These are the amazing things that happen right here when we share together. I did have somebody ask me the other day what the heck that yellow thing is back there. It is a taco float. On the other side of it is like a taco, like a face, like with a big mustache on it. And it's just flipped because it hangs. I don't know. I like the it's not perpendicular, parallel with the wall, perpendicular with the floor. Look at me just throwing geometry words at you like crazy. Melissa, you ask a great question. Why is the makeup happening so late? This is actually application number 2, or reapplication. because as you rightfully point out, I'm doing this normally at about 4:30 in the morning before I go on. That still happens. But what I have found is that at 4:30, my ability to reach folks and have the interaction is very limited. It's too daggum early, with the exception of folks who would check in from Australia. And I miss my Aussie friends very much. But shockingly, my reach in Australia is not that great. I say that because it's not that shocking. I do, by the way, still have, speaking of Australia, I still have my little koala buddies that were sent to me from Australia. Anyway, so Melissa, so what I'm doing is I have an hour between 7 and 8 where I'm off the air. So I'm on, typically I'm on from 5 to 7 now in that window. And then I have an hour downtime, as that first hour is happening on Star 64 right now. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm back on the air. And so I come up, 7 o'clock, I get something to eat. Today I had leftover homemade Skyline three-way. And by homemade, I mean I boiled noodles and opened a can. Fantastic. I finished that up. I sort of washed layer 1 off of my face, and I put layer 2 on my face. And as layer 2 goes on, we can have this interaction with one another, which I've missed. And so far, so good. So far, so good. Richard, what could be better? I don't know what could be better. Sorry. The bedazzling wit? Holy Lord, Richard. Richard just may have joined my management team. I do not have a management team. But if I did, Richard, slotting you in, brother. Cold up there in Greenup, Kentucky. Let me tell you, Dova, if you don't mind. So my wife and I were visiting Ohio Caverns yesterday, which I think I mentioned earlier. And while down in the cave, delightful. 54 degrees always. I love that little factoid. No matter when you go down there, once you're down in, summertime, 54. Dead of winter, 54. Which suggests probably I should be a cave person, or that I am very directly descended from cave people, because that is probably when I'm at my most comfortable. And if sweating, just barely. But when we were above ground out there with that wind whipping, let me tell you, it was flipping cold. Like cold. Like gracious gravy cold. And I don't just throw around terms like gracious gravy. All right, it's getting serious. All right. Hey, Mary, have a good day at work. Thanks. Doing a quick swing by as you head out the door. Be safe in your travels and have an excellent work day. Yeah. All right. So, folks, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get downstairs. I will recommend, and please feel free to share far and wide, if you have not experienced the 8 o'clock hour of our morning show. It's called Arc Cincinnati. It's on Star 64, the 8 o'clock hour. Would love for you to tune in. So normally Jen and I anchor that together. Jen's off, so get to hang out with Tara, which is wonderful. Have a blast with Tara. Also, of course, have a blast with Jen. Anyway, we just do things different. Different feel. And I kind of like it. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm in my office and there's no one else up here. But I just thought I would take it down a notch. Maybe some of you thought I was being loud, which is a thing that I do, if we're being entirely honest about it. My loudness is pretty firmly established at this point. Nita, I hope you have a great day. Larry, say hello to Amelia for me. Steph, enjoy your day. Having fun, y'all. Remember tomorrow when we do this, barring anything, always something could come up that would prevent you from doing it. That can happen. But barring don't wake the baby. Barring anything unusual happening, tomorrow I'll jump on TikTok as we bounce around to all of the social media platforms. Not all of them, because there's so many. But Tuesday, TikTok, tomorrow. Until then, on here, but right now on TV. I'll see you, all right? Have a great day. Gotta go.